Support your Hobbit hobby!
Welcome Strategy Battle Gamers to another GBHL YouTube video. As always, you're here with James
and Jamie, and we're going to be wrapping up our series of Lord of the Rings changing into the Hobbit with a sort of overview of all the changes.
Yeah, and our opinions and our evaluation of whether these changes are for the good of the game or not for the good of the game. Yeah. Okay, and hopefully it will encourage some of you guys who've not made the jump over from the Lord of the Rings strategy battle game to the Hobbit rules to give them a go.
Yeah.
And tell us what you think. We really want to see what your opinions are, so make sure after you've watched this video, if you agree with us, let us know. If you disagree with us, let us know as well. Yeah. And we want to see what the community thinks as a whole. This is just our opinions. So we're going to start things off, and we're going to talk about one of the videos that we did first, which was monster brutal power attacks.
Yes.
Whether these are a good thing for the game, which will be this, and whether we think this has actually brought something which isn't so great for the game.
Yeah.
So we're going to do this Mr. and Mrs. style.
Yeah.
See if we both agree together.
Yeah.
So let's. This is brutal monster power attacks, and a 3, 2, 1. Yay, there we go. Great couple, me and you. Yeah. Okay, they definitely added a new layer to the game.
Yes, yeah.
And really
not as being a couple.
No.
The brutal power attacks.
Wrong channel.
Wrong channel indeed.
Brutal power attacks have brought something great for monsters, and just
they've really changed the monsters. Monsters now have a place in an army. They're not a point sink.
It's exciting. It's cinematic. It's kind of realistic of what you expect. You kind of think that these things would happen in a movie, and even if they're happening to you, even if it's horrible, and it's it's all going
will
wrong.
Be horrible sometimes.
It will be. You've got a line and everything is but you know what? It's cool.
It looks so good.
It's cool. Yeah. So a big thumbs up for brutal power attacks. Yeah. So next up, we're going to talk about the special weapon strikes.
Yep. Should we do it?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. So on the 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. On the whole, it's a positive. There are some slight changes I think need to be made to the rules.
Definitely.
Just to make some of them worthwhile and to make some of them a bit less unthematic, such as, I know you're going to go on. You say faint. Go on, talk about faint.
Sorry?
Talk about fainting.
Oh, well, yeah, I wasn't going to say that, but yeah. No. I mean, fainting.
Maybe we're not such a great Mr. and Mrs.
No, probably not. I can't even remember what I was going to say then. I mean, I think one of the big concerns from the community with special strikes is that it's going to slow the game up quite a lot.
Yeah.
But I have to say, it's just another level, it's interesting. It's good fun. They do need tweaking.
Yeah.
Some of them need tweaking.
Yeah. Fainting, I think, if watch over here, we talked about it.
Yeah.
We think it should be, if you are the same fight value or a higher fight value, you can faint, so you can risk for the extra.
To represent that you are as skilled or more skilled, and then there is that risk element, the same kind of risk element that you get with piercing strike, because there's no risk element with whatever it is. There's no point of doing it.
No. If you're high fight, you don't want to risk your higher fight. If you're lower fight, though, you go, well, balls to it. Why not?
Exactly.
I'm not losing anything by doing this, so.
So it'd be much better to bring that dimension with fainting. There's a couple of others there. Bash.
Yeah. Just doesn't really do much.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see whether you guys have seen any of the others in there. But I think on the whole, it's brought a nice.
It has brought something nice to think about.
And from a hobby point of view, you're going to see people,
comparing things with different weapons.
Which can only be a good thing from a hobby point of view. So the next one is
heroic actions.
Ooh.
So heroic actions.
So 4 new heroic actions.
Yeah.
Okay. So
can you name them?
I'm going to try. So the one in the movement phase, the new one is heroic march. And heroic move. And then we go on to and heroic channeling.
A whole video on this.
Heroic channeling.
There we go.
I thought I said that first. Heroic channeling. Yeah. Those are the 2 new ones: heroic march and heroic channeling
for movement. Yeah.
And then in the shooting, you've got heroic accuracy.
Yeah.
As well as heroic shooting, which already happened.
Yep.
And then it's like a test. It's like being back in school. Okay. In
the fight phase.
In the fight phase, you had heroic combat already.
Yep.
And now you've got the awesome heroic strike.
Yeah, that's all the heroic actions. Well done. You've learned something. I'd give you a big hint about heroic channeling.
I would like to see all of your personal congratulations in the comments below. Okay, what do we think about them overall? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, they're a good change.
I thought you were going down for a second. You do.
for a player who's played for a very long time, they're nice and refreshing. They bring back some of that uncertainty where you don't know what you should be doing, if it's the right move or not. Because generally, heroic moves and heroic fights, you got to a point where you knew it was time for a heroic move, or you know you have to, and you know if you're wasting your might by calling the heroic move. Whereas now you kind of feel a bit more, should I channel this turn, or is he going to get priority, or you're not too sure.
There's more tactical thought about it. You've got to make a decision, which one am I going to pick? Just by having 2 per phase, I know there's 3 per phase with channeling, but just by having those options, immediately you
might become that much more valuable to you, because you need to go, well, do I want to use the heroic channel now, or do I want to save for the moves later in the game, which I know are going to be invaluable, but I want to get these spells off before, I'm out of might.
So overall, I think that we're definitely on the plus list.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one, we're going to talk about some of the changes to shooting, because this has been a big controversial subject in the forums.
Yeah.
And we're going to, what we think to changes to shooting. Okay, ready? So 3, 2, 1. I knew this would happen.
Yeah.
I knew this would happen, and I think partly it's because I've had a few games when it was Lord of the Rings rules, but I've kind of played a lot more games playing the Hobbit.
Yeah.
And I can see how in the past some of those things like volley fire, I can see how that would, especially someone who's got a grey company force, I can see how that wouldn't be fun to play against.
Yeah. So my thumbs down comes primarily because of the -1 to hit whilst moving. I think it needs tweaking. I think throwing weapons need to be sort of exempt from this negative modifier.
I agree, definitely.
The bowfire is sort of annoying, because I don't mind it so much being, because I'm an elf player, so at least I'm going to hit on 4+ if I move. So, I still retain that average shoot value. But for most Kingdoms of Men, they're now hitting on a 5+, which is what goblins used to hit on. And if goblins move, they're going to hit on 6+. So, there's almost no point taking bows if you're evil, unless you're Harad.
I guess, this is a skirmish game, and I think, looking at the bigger picture, and this is just my own thoughts, and again, let me know if you agree or you disagree. I think in a sort of a bigger scale game, so like a War of the Ring or Warhammer, etc., things like volley fire and things that encourage that's quite realistic. This kind of shooting in a skirmish game, it shouldn't be so dominant, and so I can see why they've done it. And to stop shooting being the dominant part of the game, which apparently it could be, and it could be really overpowered. So I can see it. I think that there should be some exceptions on weapons. I don't think you should be penalised for moving, especially if you're charging in. I think if you're charging in, there shouldn't be that penalty, because you're getting up close. You're probably only going to throw it that last minute. You're throwing action, boom, in your face. Take it. Throwing spear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it does maybe need a little bit of a tweak. I was also in that camp as well with Riders of Rohan. As expert riders, maybe they should
be exempt again from the move and shoot, because it's what they're.
I think there should be a few more exemptions. Maybe would make it fit quite well. But it does stop that tactic, doesn't it, of retreat.
Retreat.
Yeah, so that can be good. That's a good thing.
It is good, but I think it just needs tweaking before it becomes so suitable for the game.
Hopefully, we'll see some tweaks for Desolation of Shmaug with some of the source books which are expected. Which should be good fun. So we weren't too sure on that one. We're moving on to the next one, which is some of the changes to magic.
So this is the channeled versions, the new spell durations, and the new spells themselves. Whoever gets them, it's going to be out there. So, do you do the counting? I'll do it. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's a good one.
I tried to do what you did there.
I know,
you see what I did?
It wasn't as good as yours. I knew you were going to flick it straight off.
That's right. Yeah. Definitely a good thing. Why are these good things?
It changes the game quite a bit. Your spells aren't as strong typically, so they used to be big heroes used to be a waste of points, because the 55-point ring wraith would just go sack will, okay, all your will's gone now, transfix, pretty much without fail each turn, and Aragorn would be nothing. He'd be out of the game. But now with these weaker spells, you've got to think, well, do I need to take him down to fight 1 this turn? If so, I'm going to spend a point in might to do it. And again, it's just bringing more of those tactical elements when thinking of casting spells.
Which can only be a good thing.
Yeah.
Can only be a good thing. So overall, all of the changes, and I'm pretty sure that you're expecting this.
Yeah, they've been this way for most of the actual things, haven't they?
3, 2, 1. Boop. These are good changes overall for this Hobbit hobby.
Yes, yeah.
They are. They add another layer
to the Lord of the Rings. And if you're joining the game at this level, nothing's changed. This is how it is, and it is a great set of rules.
Yeah, it's a fabulous war game. So even if you are watching this video and you are a war gamer who maybe tried Lord of the Rings in its infancy,
yeah,
and wasn't really that keen.
Back when it was like 6 men to volley. Back when, yeah. No.
It's completely different now.
It's a different game entirely.
So overall, that's the end of our series.
It is.
I hope you've enjoyed this series of videos. We're always
sad times. Sorry, sad times.
It is sad times. It is sad, but we're always going to be thinking of new content ideas for you. If you've got suggestions on the kind of content that you would like to see us producing, it is our aim to get out daily content. A couple of battle reports each week, plus things like unboxings, Tactica, histories, fun stuff, just tournament reviews, previews, interviews, all kinds. But if you want to see something specifically, let us know and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
As always, this has been Jamie and James on GBHL channel.
Yes, we're signing off for the last time on this style of video. This is depressing.
Yeah, and thanks for watching the series to the end. We really do appreciate all of your support. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to do this. Happy strategy battle gaming, guys.
Hello. Goodbye.
Hello.